there, my lovelies. It's powered by Mass Effect, that makes it a more effective drink, right? Allow us to bask. We're basking in Final Fantasy Tactics. For the PlayStation, not the over-translated PSP version. So, those of you who have followed me for a long time, well, I mean, I've been doing this for a year, so going almost all the way back to the beginning. I did attempt to stream this game once. We got to the end of Chapter 2, and I railroaded myself, because I was only allowing myself one save slot. We're gonna try something similar again to the last challenge, because I don't want this to be this boring, endless grind. Plus, it's a little too easy to break the difficulty of this game if you spend even a little time grinding and using certain characters. So the challenge will still be to try to get through the whole game without intentionally going into any random encounters. Of course, they're still going to happen, but not seeking them out. But I'll allow myself a little grace. I'll, might do some minor grinding in the battles that are mandatory. And I'll give myself 2 save slots, that way, if we get down one where I'm completely blocked, like there's no reasonable way past it, then I will have one earlier save slot too. Pull myself out of the fire. We'll stick with the default. I happen to like the name ROMs up this. There. In a lot of the PlayStation games that were developed in Japan, the functions of X and circle are backwards to what a lot of Westerners are used to. So I'm not putting in my actual birthday, just roundabouts. So we'll still have the same zodiac sign. Hello, Eldon. How are you doing this evening? You ready for some more classic PlayStation awesomeness? This is my favorite RPG of all time. It's one of the few that I still have the energy and the wherewithal to invest myself in. Awesome. Did you ever play this one? Or anything similar, like Ogre Battle, or Disgaea, or Tactics Ogre, anything like that? So much in this game. No? Oh, well, that's okay. So for those who don't know, this is a tactics RPG. So it's still turn-based combat, but you fight on a grid-based battlefield, and you take turns moving your pieces, your characters around. Different attacks take longer, either to charge or to recover from. You get certain advantages or disadvantages based on the terrain. Characters have opposing zodiac signs, elements. It's all sorts of different factors go into how effective your attacks can be, especially magical ones. But the translation in this version is rough in some spots, but I still prefer this localization to the PSP version from later. So that one went way overboard on ye old King's English, and it was like kind of pretentious. This game has some of the most gorgeous art, in my opinion, of any game ever. It's like beautiful, 2D sprites. The 3D environments are very beautifully done. It's like they almost have a watercolor kind of effect, not quite, but it's just like it's like an interactive painting. Like, it's just gorgeous. And of course, the music is top notch. You'd expect nothing less from vintage Squaresoft. And I'm not trying to be rude to anybody. I need to drink a lot because I'm like super parched. I do not want to get dehydrated again. The sun has now moved to the other side of the building, but it's still baking in here. I also filmed a video. I filmed a Let's Play for my Genesis series earlier today, and then I had to do a little bit of public speaking, which I wasn't thrilled with. I will need to hydrate quite a bit through this, so just bear with me on that. How are the audio levels sounding, Eldon? Like, is everything still good? Like it was last night? Also, this battle is I don't think you can actually lose it, but you can only control one character. The game music could go up a little. Okay. Yeah, I was just being a little careful, because this music, in this game, it can be, kind of, boisterous, so I just wanted to make sure I wasn't, blasting anybody out here. Just a second, I will adjust it real quick. While the game plays itself. Alright, let me know if that is a better balance for you. I'm also trying to find that sweet spot where I can still hear it on the TV, but you're not picking up. What a dick. I just don't want you all to pick up the TV, I only want you to pick up the direct feed from the PlayStation. Speaking of the PlayStation, could we get, like, a little golf clap for the old PlayStation? PlayStation 1, as some prefer to say. Okay, cool. I mean, I think even if you could... If it was picking up the TV, it would probably just be a little bit of an echo. Or, like a second channel of the same audio coming through, but I just wanted to make sure you were only hearing the crystal clear direct audio feed from the system, not anything else. If I had my headphones, or the adapter for my headphones, I could listen to this at the volume that I prefer, but we all make sacrifices. Oh, the chemist is already knocked out. Okay. Yeah, the old PlayStation. Other than a couple mild hiccups last night, we got us through Metal Gear Solid. Fired up first try for me tonight. Some sweet vintage 1995 hardware going on. Yeah, even if Ramza gets knocked out, you can't lose this fight. The game does break you in very gently. Well, I'm no longer gonna have any input on this fight, so we'll just... Okay, so while this plays out, I'm going to turn the camera off for just a second, because I just need to finish my snack bar here. So that's my dinner. Sorry about that. I took some medicine. I just had to get a little something in my stomach. So I'm gonna try to make it 4 hours. This game has 4 chapters. Broadly speaking, I would like to get 1 chapter done per stream, but we'll see how it goes. There's a lot more variability to that than in something like Metal Gear Solid, so we'll see. If it takes 5 or 6 streams, that's okay. Because it's Tactical Tuesday. I know that's not a glitch, the text really does go that slow just on those words. It's a meme within the FFT community. One of the reasons this is my favorite Final Fantasy and my favorite RPG is the story. You know, the art style, the setting, the music, but even though the characters may look cute, this is a really dark, mature story. As we get further along, you'll understand why I say that. I don't want to spoil it for those of you who haven't seen this story yet. Just because the game's old doesn't mean I should just give everything away, right? It just occurred to me I might be going through the text faster than some of you read. I read extremely fast, so I'll try not to fly through this too badly. I'll give it, what, like an extra 2 seconds more than I usually do. You know what, let's just go ahead and create a save file. So, I already have 1, so that'll be our 2, like the main one, and then like an emergency backup, just in case. I guess I had already overwritten that other save, but we have our 2. Okay, so the NPCs you start off with are, I guess they're playable characters, but they're not part of the story. Their names and their stats are randomly generated. You can recruit other soldiers. If the game gives me a bunch of names that I just can't stand, or a weird set of stats, sometimes I'll go ahead and replace the initial recruits with new ones, but I'll just kind of see how I feel about them after this battle. Technically, from this point on, you can get a game over, but this battle is pretty hard to lose. Little John. I forgot that that could be one of the random names for the non-hero characters. First casualty. Oh, Penny. Or dude didn't even have a weapon equipped. I like the name Eliza, so I think I'll keep her. Now, a chemist is the beginning of the magic path. Having a faith of 50 isn't totally ideal for that, but that can always be changed. So, just to give her some job points. This is one of those little things that I will allow myself to do on this run, just to get a little bit more JP and experience. Hate to attack this guy. Actually, no. Never mind. I don't have the accumulate skill. better or worse, the guest characters cannot be controlled. Occasionally helpful. Sometimes massive pain. There you go. First actual battle complete. Ramza, he's so naive at this point in the story. You got Gil. You got Morgan. And a potion. And a knife. You know, feather. I'm such a happy girl. Actually, do need to tweak some options. I don't remember what that is. Ooh, we're in stereo. Something better. Let's do that. So this is where you go to recruit new soldiers. Hold on, let me check something. I'm gonna try not to be too persnickety, but yeah. See, I would like to have a lady warrior with a decently high faith to start with. Dice, that's a cool name. In a different context, I would like the name Fred, but I'm not feeling it. Sorry. It's not personal. I don't need more than one person to be on the chemist path. I'm sorry. It's so sad with the messages. Geist, that's a name. Geist and Eliza. Like that. Yeah, actually, if I use her as a knight that you can use magic, or a samurai that uses magic, that's a good set of brave and faith. And again, I didn't want to be extremely picky, but just for this one, they have ideal compatibility with Ramza. Yeah, we're gonna hire her. Riplets. That is a cool name. Let's see. We're gonna do... We'll just use a feminine name that I like to employ in a lot of fantasy settings. Why not? Okay. It's already got battle boots, that's cool. Nice. Just gotta get some of the basics out of the way. What's up, Dan? Boru? With the dramatic pause. Just set all of these. Yes. I was trying to give Eldon, like, the Cliff Notes version of what a tactics RPG is like, so. And why this is my favorite Final Fantasy and my favorite JRPG. Okay. I'm just gonna disappear one last time. Just gonna finish this snack bar. Yeah, the JP glitch. Yeah, I'm not doing that. Well, I think he missed the part where I kind of laid out the way I'm playing this is so that it's not like a needlessly long grind, and that it's still like putting a stronger emphasis on the story and the mandatory battles. Trying to keep it flowing and entertaining. I'm not purposely doing any random encounters. Now, when they happen, they happen. I'll fight them, but... And 2 save slots. So that's my challenge. I know there's people that have beat this game using ROMs by himself without leveling him up. I know I can do it. It's just going to be the end of Chapter 2. If you know, you know. There are some ways around that. I just screwed myself the last time that I tried this challenge. Plus, the stream wasn't very well set up when I tried it anyway. Everything's more comfortable and higher quality now than it was the last time I streamed this game, which was almost a year ago. God, it's a badass name. Well, I mean, I consider it complete enough. I mean... I do think Chapter 4, in parts, is a bit rushed, and maybe could have been given a little more time to breathe. Oh, yeah, I mean, compared to, like, Final Fantasy VII, yeah, it doesn't really give you the same, like, I guess, satisfaction. I like the ending of this, but... Well... I mean, I can see where you're coming from. I'm like, for me, it has closure in the sense that, like, Al-Islam finds the Jirai papers and then brings the story of what really happened to light. It's kind of like a delayed, justice is served kind of thing. Or a Pyrrhic victory, if you will. But I can see what you mean. I mean, I would like for Chapter 4 especially to have been more drawn out and, like, the last series of battles maybe have more payoff. So, I mean, I'm content with it, but I can also see where you're coming from. For sure. Sort of. I read about that. I mean, I'm never gonna play any of the Final Fantasy MMOs. Like, I'm just not an MMO person. The only MMO I've ever played and really sunk any time into was Star Trek Online. But that was more so me suffering through the online part of it to get to the stories that I wanted to play it by myself. Yeah, it's honestly zero interest. Like, if someone likes that kind of game, it's cool. I'm not gonna hate you for it, but it's not my speed at all. But I did read quite a bit about, because when I found out that Final Fantasy XIV was hosting that Ivalice, um, like expansion or whatever, I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. So, though honestly, I'm not sure if I dig the idea that canonically the Final Fantasy games are connected through like a shared multiverse. Like I know they always had similar elements to them, like chocobos and the crystal and different things, but I kind of liked when each sub-universe of Final Fantasy was its own world. But what do I know about things? I guess maybe I'm also just kind of sore that gameplay and story is locked behind an MMO. Like, there should be a single-player way to partake in that, in my opinion. I guess we'll just do this. Yeah, every world's got its own Sid, except that the first 3 games have a Sid. I don't remember. Yeah, I have I have the PlayStation versions of the first 2 games. I need to I played through like the first acts of the first game. I haven't finished them, so I need to do that. Just putting it out there, you know, if I can make Twitch affiliate, and or get the means and the money to justify streaming even more often, you know, I can maybe play like Final Fantasy 1, 2, and the other ones that I haven't finished yet, like 4, 5, and 6. Game carts? Like... Oh, yeah, unfortunately, that's been going around for a while. It's just that the counterfeiters are getting better at it. So, yeah, you have to be really careful. Honestly, any game shop or reseller worth their salt should not have a problem with you asking to have the cartridge opened up so you can see the PCB. Yeah, like, what you call it, like Temu and Etsy and AliExpress, I think is a bad one for that. Like, you have to really be careful. And there's a bunch on eBay too. Like, technically, selling repros is against the rules on eBay, but people do it anyway. So. Yeah. Yeah, taking advantage of people's nostalgia, or just people just getting into these games for the first time and they don't know better. Yeah, it's disgusting. But at least with NES, well, really, N64 and Super Nintendo as well. There are a lot of things you can check to make sure it's a good cart. Obviously, the best way is to have the cartridge opened up, but even from the outside, there are a lot of things you can look for that will get you away from most of the counterfeits. Which, I'll actually show you once we are done with this sphere battle. Look at you making a smart move, August. But wait, there's more. Got some potions, I'm so thrilled. Yeah, we'll use the game that Eldon sent to the show as an example. Well, you can't see it, probably not too well on this camera, but there's a little number you can look for on the back of the back label. There's like a little factory number that's embossed, and it's difficult to duplicate. And then the print quality of the label, usually if it looks too good, then it's a fake. Especially if it's too shiny, and if the colors look faded, yet... Because, I mean, you've seen sun-faded labels. Like, it's like the colors are slightly faded, yet there's no evidence of, like, sun damage. So that's another indication. Let's see. Let's do N64. So, Probably also hard to see on N64, but there's a number embossed. Well, maybe embossed is the wrong word. It's like almost indented into the label. And then the connector pins should almost always be kind of coppery brownish. If it looks... There are some real cartridges that have more of a white connection, that's not a word. Connection, but usually it should be like a coppery brown. Let's see. And then on the Nintendo logo, the little dot on the eye should always be square. A lot of the counterfeiters have trouble duplicating that, and the little dot is a circle. If you see that, definitely a bootleg. Let's see, I think there was one other thing you could look at on the exterior. Well, of course, typos, that's a big giveaway. Yeah. Yeah, of course, you know, typos is another one on the labels. Usually they'll have at least like one weird typo, or the spacing is kind of weird because they have trouble replicating the exact, like, combination of font and spacing that fits on this size label, along with the logos and everything. Yeah, the biggest ones are the numbers, the quality of the label and the coloring, and then the Nintendo logo should have the square, and it should be this exact font. Plus, sometimes they also forget to put the trademark, or they get the wrong one. So, those are the most obvious ones. But of course, yeah, the best thing is, you know, again, any store or reseller that has any integrity should have no problem opening up the cartridge and letting you look at the PCB. Genesis doesn't have as many telltale signs from the outside. Like, I can still spot a counterfeit pretty easily, but like, if it's a game that was released in North America, but it still has the notch on the side, it's probably a counterfeit. Because the notch is supposed to be mainly for Mega Drive, like non-US games. And the label spacing and colors are usually just way off. So. Yes, I mean, there are already some good ones. I forget off the top of my head which channel it was, but I saw a really good one that broke down like all the things to look for on Nintendo cartridges with counterfeits. But I would certainly be willing to make my own video on it just to have that much more awareness and information out there. Well, I would say, if I had some puppets, I could make it a puppet show too, but I need to get puppets first. Yes, the show will have puppets, eventually. I just need the funding for it. I appreciate it. It'll be fun. I want to bring some, Jim Henson's Muppets energy into this, like, not in a kiddified way, but just, like, in a... just to add some wholesome, unexpected fun. Don't have blast processing, Mass Effect processing. Olga's is such a pompous little prick. It's just yes. Shots. Guess I should not have been so liberal with the Phoenix Downs. Okay. Let's see what we can do. Can't put shit yet. Just deserve him. Random battle it is. At least from this, maybe we'll get enough JP to switch up our jobs a bit. So for those just joining, this is Final Fantasy Tactics. Being played on original hardware. Picture is composite AV, so it looks straight out in the 90s. It's the original translation and not the War of the Lions. And also, as I hope you've already noticed, my name is Jessica. I'm a lunatic for retro games. Video games in general, but... quite the retro focus here. Retroactively speaking. Hope everyone is having a good day and is staying cool wherever you are. If you haven't already, please consider giving the channel a follow. I do play Monday through Thursday. And I've got things figured out now to where we're working on, like, themes for a day. So, like, today is Tactical Tuesday. And whenever we finish this game, then Tactical Tuesdays will move on to games like Command & Conquer, Civilization, StarCraft, so on and so forth. And then starting next Monday, it's going to be Mascot Monday. Focusing a lot on mascot platformers. So, for example, starting next week, we're going to be playing Spyro the Dragon. Then we have Wildcard Wednesdays, where I play a selection near and dear to me from my collection. For tomorrow's Wildcard Wednesday, we're doing Ace Combat 4 on the PlayStation 2. And on Thursdays, you know, it's a retro channel, we keep it real here, so it's Throwback Thursdays. That one I'm gonna leave a surprise. Who knows what the future may hold? Or the past. Or the future that contains the past. To you in the present. It all makes sense. Sure. Well, it's better than nothing. Welcome to everyone who just arrived. We're playing Final Fantasy Tactics on the old PlayStation. The old PlayStation. Alright. What's our job situation changed? Beautiful. Geist. I wouldn't mind him being an archer. But I would also like him to at least learn 2+1 before I change his job. So... Decisions, okay. Well, her faith isn't that high, but we can always boost that, so we'll make her... E-Wizard. Okay. Oops. Do for now. We'll go save our game. Swiggy Woods it is. I forgot to check if she already knew any spells. Oh well. She could still be a healer with her item skill, so it's fine. It's fine. Everything is fine. Defeat all of them. Okay, I guess. Yep. I forgot to make sure she had at least one spell learned. Hold on. It's fine. Look at that, the united front. Except all of us, but who cares about all of us? Welcome to everyone who just joined in. If you want to lurk, that's okay. Feel free to just sit back and enjoy the music and the shenanigans. Worked out perfectly. You missed. Like that clunk sound that the rod makes. Oh, it's fine. Oh, shoot. I don't care about all this. Alright. Pardon me for just a moment, I'm just gonna open another drink here. Or refreshment. All the basics. Did I check him? Huh? That's not a great setup to take on Daughter Trade City, but... Would have been good to have an archer. I'll see how it goes. This is like the first... in my opinion, the first actually challenging battle in the game. I've died here a few times in the past. Now, I'm not going to be so hardcore as to be like, oh, if I get a game over, then I start completely over. I'm not doing anything like that. Different story if I was doing, like, some kind of specific speedrun challenge. Or if it was, like, a charity event and we're trying to do, like, a no-death run or something. Just thinking of hypotheticals. what will be my strategy? Hey, that was unfair. We'll see if I can get the wizards. I want the wizards a little closer before I try to close them. Let's see if I can draw them in a little further, and then pounce on them. Magic won't quite reach. I still think the spell effects look amazing. Interesting. An archer without a bow? Okay. I mean, you do you, boo. Make yourself used to all this. Yeah, I think unless you had a random battle that just so happened in the unlikely event to have an enemy wizard, then yes, this would have been your first brush with magic. What are you doing, Delita? Dang it. Attaboy. Why didn't you just use your regular attack? What a doofus. That's fine, who cares? That lightning still look awesome. What a cow. Fought valiantly, sir, but your time is over. Yeah, that's definitely the strategy to use. Take out that archer and get those wizards in further, because if you rush out to meet them too quickly, that's when they punish you with that initial wave of magic. Yeah, that worked out nicely. It is Tactical Tuesday, so, you know. Yeah, there have been times I fought that, and I ignored that archer too much, and then I paid for it, so... Like Obi-Wan, you need to go after the high ground. Alright, the next battle is also kind of tricky. Let's see what we have to work with here. Wanting to learn accumulate, then we might switch into a knight. Unfortunately, there's just no avoiding some of this maintenance. Okie doke. Jump right in. It's crazy, like, it feels like I'm not that far into the game, but we've almost hit the 2-hour mark. Ouch. Okay, you gotta feel like that. See, when I play in this game more casually and comfortably, like, I like to have an archer or a monk, maybe even a geomancer by this point. See how it goes. I'm pretty much gonna leave August to his own devices. Although it is effective if you can keep them all bottlenecked inside the building. It's just not always practical. I find it better to keep my team together. Nothing else, you can keep them temporarily occupied at that door. Not for long, I guess. Oh well. Down 6 million to go. That archery's the only one I'm particularly concerned about. The knights can hit hard, but as long as they don't get to concentrate their attacks, it should be okay. appreciate that. Depending on what skills he has equipped, the monk could be the most dangerous one, but at this low level, probably doesn't have Earth Slash or anything like that. So. 1 hit point. I don't know. I would like to play Legend of Dragoon. Like, yeah, it's hard for me to do RPGs anymore. It takes so much energy and commitment, dedication. Like, as much as I love them. But it's been a while since I played The Legend of Dragoon, and I think that's a game that deserves a lot more love, so I would love to play that for you all. And I guess compared to modern RPGs, it's not even that long. I mean, 40 to 50 hours is, I beat it once, and then haven't done it since, so. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, I'd probably need to wait a while after I finish this one before I'm ready to do another RPG on stream, but yeah, that would definitely be one I would do for y'all for sure. It needs more love. Is this one? No, it is not. So. Now this battle's pretty much over. Just gotta wear down that Meager. As well. Just for the top points. Wow, buddy, you really want to live, don't you? Well, I'm sorry, it's not gonna happen. I mean, I would accept if you just ran away. I wouldn't go after you. I guess I would also be willing to stream, like, we were talking about the older Final Fantasies, like, they're also not as long as a lot of today's RPGs. So I could try to work my way through Final Fantasy 1, 2, I don't have 3, unfortunately, but 4, 5, 6. And I would play Final Fantasy 7 again, the original. I don't rank it as high as some other Final Fantasy fans do, but still have a lot of affection for the game. I'm looking at my PlayStation collection right now. Okay, we'll see. Yeah, well, at least games like 7, you can kind of get by with focusing on the story and not having to grind too bad. You know, by a certain part, it does get a lot harder if you don't go out of your way to level up, but compared to a lot of other RPGs, especially if you know what items to go after, it's manageable. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, that's pretty much my thing with most RPGs now. And most modern games, because most modern games, like, have gone open world sandbox RPG. I can't even play Assassin's Creed without it being trying to be like The Witcher 3, you know? Oh, come on, really? As well. Finally, that stubborn archer went down. Phrasing. Alright, not too bad. Overall, this has been going smoothly. Alright, y'all, we just hit the 2-hour mark. I just need to take a brief restroom break. So just give me 2-3 minutes tops. Be right back after these messages. Well, we're not monetized yet, but this is where messages will probably be in the future. It's almost exactly on time, right? I'm counting, he says. Oh, jeez, come on. Okay, 4 minutes instead of 3 minutes. I'm sorry. Cheeky. Let's see. Do I have the items just... Let's just see how this works out for us. I did it that way. Did I get a bow? I did not get a bow. I thought I got one as a trophy. That's better. I briefly played Tactics Advance. I didn't really like it. I mean, if I get a Game Boy Advance again, I will give it another chance. I just didn't like... It probably wouldn't bother me as much now, but at the time, I didn't like how kidified it was. Because part of what I like about this is the darker storyline. So, yeah. The other tactics games that I like are Disgaea. Now, I've only played Disgaea 1. Now there's like 7 of them. I don't know if I would like the others, but... Then, of course, there's, like, Tactics Ogre Battle, whichever. And Vandal Hearts. I didn't get very far in Vandal Hearts, but I really liked it. I would like to play that one more. What was I doing? I guess we'll give delete of the rest. Yeah, that's the thing, is... I really like the story and the characters and the concept in Disgaea, but yeah, it is so long. I don't know if I could do it. I never beat it the first time, and it's like starting from scratch. I don't know. Random battle it is. It wasn't intentional, but we'll finish it. I do have a friend who is very kind enough to let me borrow some of his Nintendo 64 library, and one of the titles is Ogre Battle 64. So that actually might be the next RPG that I stream. You know, since it's not a permanent part of my collection. And that's not a game that gets a lot of attention. It is. Yeah, plus I have not streamed any Nintendo 64 games yet, so hey, why not start with one of its most obscure games? You can't get psyched with this kind of battle music. I don't know if you have a soul. That's right. don't explode. Top points. No such luxury. Bakers. Take that. That's what you get. And we're done. Dambaru, who's your favorite character in Tactics? Yeah. I mean, okay, Sid is really cool. It's just that it sucks that he's overpowered. It feels like... I mean, this game is really well made and well polished for the most part, but it feels like, as far as the difficulty, it wasn't really tested as thoroughly as it should have been. Like, Sid breaks the game's difficulty, and then there's too many other ways to just destroy any challenge in this game, so... Yeah, well, I mean, Agrias kind of does, but her movement and speed is kind of low, so it's somewhat balanced. I would say Malaya Duel doesn't really, because her skills can only be used on, well, that's true. Teleport does make her a beast. I'm just biased because I have a bit of a crush on Agrias, but, I'd say Malaya Duel just because her skills can only be used on people that have equipment. It kind of is. The thing that makes me nervous about Samurai is there's always the chance to break your katana, and some of the katanas are not replaceable, at least not very easily. I mean, I think Calculator is the most broken class, but I think that's pretty common knowledge. Yeah, that can be. That's true. Which character did I use Joanne or Mandy? Must have been Joanne. Oh, I guess the game wants me to have lots of random encounters. I'm not trying to make them happen. It's good for my job points, but, you know, I was trying to keep the story going without adding a lot of grinding to your show here. Yeah, I really need, like, a mini fridge over here. I just want, like, a huge stockpile of water and tea. It probably won't be as bad once it starts cooling off, but jeez. It's been rough on your girl. I don't have any Pokemon games. I'll tell you a little story. The only ones that I've played are Red and Blue. I didn't really care for it. I'm not the target demographic for Pokemon. Now, I probably would like, if I were to revisit them, any of them, I would probably like Red and Blue, and I guess technically Yellow the most, but... like, monster collecting... it's not really my thing. Virtual pet stuff's not really my thing. The only virtual pet kind of thing that I've enjoyed a little bit was the, like the Chow Garden from Sonic Adventure. But even that, I have to take that in limited doses. Yeah, for the VMU, and then also, like the races and stuff that you can do in Sonic Adventure. And I guess, like, Chocobo breeding in Final Fantasy VII kind of counts toward that. It's like a virtual pet minigame. Part of the problem, too, is, like, from the very beginning, Nintendo rubbed me the wrong way with the whole approach of, like, oh, if you want to access all of the game content, you need to have both versions, so you need to pay us twice. And I know you could trade with other people, but, like, even as a kid, that just rubbed me the wrong way. So there's just a lot of factors that kind of put me off from Pokemon. And also, getting a little personal, I was forced is probably too strong of a word, but I was kind of like strongly maneuvered into watching the Pokemon cartoon with my former partner's kid, and they watched it so obsessively that it just kind of like drove me insane. So that also added like a little extra like abrasiveness towards my attitude towards Pokemon. Yeah, now I understand, because I mean, I'm sure I watched Ninja Turtles almost as often as this kid watched Pokemon, so I'm not trying to judge too harshly. It's just that, like, I liked some of the characters in the Pokemon cartoon, but like the theme music and certain Pokemon just drove me insane. Just, like, I don't want to hear this anymore. And I think the writing bothered me too, because I know it's a kids show, but too often, like, the stories had no consequences, and there was, like, no lessons learned. Nobody grew in any way. It felt very static and safe, even for a kids show. That also, it just kind of made me like, why should I invest any energy in this? Like, nothing progresses. There's no consequences for anything, no matter how supposedly devastating. So, I don't know, someone would probably come after me and be like, well, actually this happens, and then, you know, this person actually dies, or I don't know, whatever. Off on a tangent. But, you know, if someone was like, here, you can borrow my copy of, like, Pokemon Yellow or something, you know, I'd give it another chance. But just the old ones, like, yeah. I mean, that's true of most fandoms, but... Or, I tell you what, I would give a game like... I actually kind of want to play games like Pokemon Snap. It looks kind of cute. Or even Pokemon Stadium, because I could get into it more if it's like a tournament fighter than the standard Pokemons. Dice Dark reminds me a lot of one of my uncles. It's actually kind of alarming, like, the further I got in life, the more events of this game reflected my extended family. It's kind of like, oh, that's not the way I wanted life to imitate art. Oh, look at that. Finally get a bow. I'm trying to make the menu hopping as not tedious as possible, but this kind of comes with the territory here. Yeah. I mean, I figure anyone clicking on this, you know, should be expecting, you know, any RPG is going to have at least some of this stuff, but... Fixated, welcome to the show. Great to have ya. Hey, better late than never. We're about halfway... Well, I guess more than halfway through Chapter 1, but... Yes, so... For you and anyone else who just joined, the challenge here is to play this without intentionally going into any random battles. I've still had some random battles, but... Trying to do minimal grinding. What am I doing? Change him to an archer. Okay. Trying to keep the focus on the story and on the critical battles. And plus just to give myself a little added challenge because it is a little too easy to break the difficulty of this game, unfortunately. But we've been having a good time. We've been talking about other RPGs and other Final Fantasies in particular, future streams. It's been a fun time. Dan Baru counted to the second how long I was on intermission. It's been a good time. Also, for anyone just joining, earlier I broke down my schedule, and I'll have no problem repeating it. So today is Tactical Tuesday. Tomorrow is Wildcard Wednesday, so I pick an interesting selection from my collection to play. Yes, I highly recommend it. It's my personal favorite JRPG. and personal favorite Final Fantasy. It has its issues, and the translation's kind of rough in spots, but I love the dark, mature storyline. Love the characters, the setting, the aesthetic, art style, like everything, music. But what was I saying? Yes, the schedule. Thursday's Throwback Thursday. So it's a surprise retro game stream. And then Monday's our mascot Monday. So next Monday we'll be playing Spyro the Dragon. And then when we finish that, we'll get on the games like Crash Bandicoot, and then of course we'll cycle back to Sonic and Mario and stuff. And if, for those just joining, you haven't missed a lot of the critical story just yet. And I will be uploading this to YouTube later, so any parts that you missed, you can feel free to go back and watch at your leisure. Okay, well thank you for hanging out and chatting for so long, I appreciate it. Hopefully your trip to the grocery store is not too much of a pain. I would think by now at this hour the crowds have dispersed for the most part. And hopefully we'll see you on tomorrow's stream. I'll be doing Ace Combat 4 tomorrow. That's gonna be a great time. Choices. That would have ended the battle right there. Just have to weaken her. Well, you do have to actually think complete her HP to 0. If you so much as... There we go. day that I have a mini fridge just right here would be glorious. Or right there. It's like one of the few things missing from my gaming setup. For those who just joined, in case you're curious, this is running on composite AV from an original PlayStation, so that's why the resolution is what it is. It's how the game looked in the 90s. And I'm playing on a CRT. It's beautiful. I'm not saying you have to do it like I do it, but this is how I prefer it. And I try to give you all a taste of as much as I can through the stream, like what it was like to play this in the day. So for those who haven't played, essentially, you're playing as a knight squire, Ramza. And he's young and naive, and he doesn't really understand the political complexities of what his family's involved with, and the revolution that the former soldiers are trying to initiate, but it's already falling apart. I'm being a little bit vague and careful, I'm just trying not to spoil anything, but... I got a lot of job points out of that last battle. Let's see here. Yeah, stockpile this thing. I am still going too quickly through the text bubbles, let me know. I usually fly right through them. I'm trying to simmer down. Fixated. How's your night going? Well, I don't know what time zone you're in. I assume it's also evening. Nice. August deserves to be smacked. Staying cool. Can't really say that too many times. One of my favorite scenes in the game right here. I mean, there's a lot. It's such a classic Final Fantasy moment. Music. It's such a beautiful moment. Okie dokie, let's see. Anything new in this one? So this series of locations is like the home stretch of Chapter 1. There we go. Out of the 3 battles to come, this one's not too hateful. The other 2 potentially can be quite bastardly. Not a bad piece of music in this game. Neluda is such a tragic character. I do wish there was some way to not have to fight her. So more than likely, this is the first time in the game that you encounter time mages as enemies. She is like 4 levels above me. The others are about 2 levels above. Like in random encounters, the game generally scales to your level, but it doesn't necessarily follow through with that on these mandatory story battles. Take that. Saying it multiple times, I love the spell effects. I still think they look amazing. You absolute jerk. I needed that. Hansa is hopelessly naive at this point in the story. Yeah, very good-hearted, but super ignorant as to the true nature of what's going on. He couldn't target the wizard from that spot. What do I... Definitely did not want death sounds. Very bad. At least I can get rid of this guy. Okay, the mage is out of the picture now, it's just a matter of time. Such a satisfying sound when you get a critical hit. And there we go. So Delita is an adopted member of royalty, like he's technically a commoner. It was taken under the Beowulf family wing as a squire. But he's already having an identity crisis. we doing here? Let's go ahead and cut that skill. Just see how we do if we make her a Titan Mage. And I don't have a staff. There was a way to spare Maluda. I mean, even if Ramza spared her, then the other Kukutin would probably have killed her anyway. So. It's just sad. Usually this battle ends pretty quickly one direction or the other, so we'll see. Done pretty well so far. 3 hours in. It's gone pretty smoothly, but... Oh, but now I'm out of tea. That just won't do. And again, I don't know if that's considered rude to, like, continually drink on camera. It's super hot here. I have to continually stay hydrated. And again, for those who missed me talking about this at the beginning, like I filmed another long play for my YouTube channel, like the Defeating My Genesis collection. I did that this morning, and I had to do some something else this afternoon that required some speaking. I'd rather keep that vague. It's kind of like with work, I just don't like to talk about it. It's like, it's not some earth-shattering secret project or anything. It's just like, I don't like to talk about work. So yeah, Wheatgrass White Knight skills at this stage in the game, I mean, they're always devastating. But especially at this point, it's really hard to contend with. Hardest case to go. Dang it. Dang it. I got lucky the first time I attacked them. The plot thickens. That was fortunate. With his shield, he had a good chance of blocking a lot of those attacks, but only deflected one. The next battle, appropriately enough, because the next one is the last battle of this chapter, and it is usually the hardest, so... He really fell for him in this part. I think I've replayed this more than any other Final Fantasy. It still gets to me emotionally. It's just like Metal Gear Solid from yesterday. It's just... Oof. All the feels. Got many job points from that. Sounds like it might be raining where I am. So, hopefully that doesn't cause any disruptions. Alright, folks, here we go. It's another one of those where, unfortunately, your party is split up at the beginning. Depending on what your tactics are, they could be split up for the whole battle. Come on. Tell me it gets you pumped. It's so good. Red flag that Solbag is still keeping all of us around. Oh, with pleasure, game. That's for sure. Yeah, should have kept my own wizard. With a cluster of enemies together like that, it's like, rolls. Toasts. I think he gets up one time, at least. ran right into the middle of all of them. Love getting a critical hit, but especially on bastards like him. Oh no. I was hoping he would be able to outpace their spells. I guess I'd rather they target my archer than my knight, because the knight can revive Ramza. Okay. Can't continually have the best luck in the world. I think I've been outplayed, folks. These dang wizards. gonna get all of their spells off before I can move again, I think. Yep, dang it. Alright, game. Alright. I hear ya. See, it's just because I ran out of tea. This was secretly the good luck charm, is that what it was? Yeah, it was a good move to have the Time Mage in the previous battle, but I needed to bring my Wizard back for this one. Okay. Still ahead of schedule, though, because I allotted myself 4 hours to finish the chapter, so we're still doing well. Unfortunately, we'll have to watch that sad scene again. Better off as a monk. Just don't have any of the good moves yet. Okay, here we go, folks. We got this. Basically, it makes perfect sense for Delita to go after Olgus. It would be nice to get rid of the wizards first. Lucian's a huge critical hit. Shields, is it like Broke Shields? Broke Shields is fabulous. I think the lead is gonna get smoked anyway, so... Yeah, Fire 2, he would have been dead anyway. Sorry to say. Okay, buddy. The success of this battle rests on you. That's a decently high chance of hitting him, but... Let's see if this is considered a flanking attack. It's slightly better. You little punk. You absolute punk. That is infuriating. Ah. Alright, well, I think I still can get one more shot at him before these wizards start nuking me. Got one more chance to redeem yourself, Geist. You absolute scum! Okay, maybe I get one more chance. They can't quite hit me yet. And for some weird reason, August didn't move. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Finally got his comeuppance. It's because you're a terrible person, August. And they're not weaklings.